Hello, welcome to the Shares Investment Masterclass. It's an honor to have you join us on this session of the Masterclass. If you are just joining us, please kindly drop a comment in the chat box below. Let's know your name and where you are streaming from. Of course, by the way, my name is Lucky Johnson and I'm your host on this webinar today. So let's know your name and where you are streaming from. So, of course, we can properly acknowledge you. All right. So while we do all of the introduction, as you can see on your screen, we've had a couple of editions since the year 2024 on the Shares Investment Masterclass. All right. So this was actually the first month when we started. That was about over 3,000 people participated within that first month, and then on the second month we had over 2,900 people, and of course the final edition we had some months back, of course that was in 2024. Over 4,000 people actually participated in this masterclass. All right, so welcome wherever you're joining us from. You are highly welcome. It's an honor to have you join us in this webinar today. All right, so I don't want you to see this as a regular webinar or masterclass. All right, I want you to see this as a discussion between me and you. Okay, there is something I know about making money from both the Nigerian and the US stock markets, and that is what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes. Okay, so I would encourage you, put away all forms of distractions so that you can focus squarely on what we are about to delve into in the next few minutes. All right, I assure you it is going to be worth the time, and eventually at the end of the day you are going to be grateful that you participated in this training. So let's get going. So here is a brief highlight of a few stocks from my portfolio. All right, we have the first one here, Veritas Capital Assurance PLC. Now, I bought this stock as of 2014. That should be around June. And within a period of 2 to 3 weeks, I was able to make 62.20% profit. Just 2 to 3 weeks, I was able to make 62.20% profit. And then the second one here is Oando PLC, the popular Oando that you know. I also bought this stock around June 2024. I think that should be May, between May and June. And within a period of about 4 weeks, I was able to get around 350.15% profit. This is pure profit. All right. So to show you that the stock market is a viable wealth creation vehicle, you can become a millionaire within the next few months, provided you get the right information and then you take the right action when needed. All right, another stocks from my portfolio. I had to blank out these particular ones. Of course, we have the one on the left hand side. Actually gave me this particular one took about a month and a few weeks to be able to give me, I think, around 40%. Yeah, so you see that sometimes we have stocks that can give you about 100% within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then the other times you can have some other stocks for like a month or 2 months. What you can just get around will be like maybe 30%, 40, 50%, as the case may be. Okay, and then we have the one on the right hand here giving me about 77.48%. Enough of my personal portfolio. Here is the highlight of some of my students' portfolio, just a few of them. All right, the guy on the extreme left actually made about 37.38% profit from this stock within a period of 2 weeks. Within a period of 2 weeks. And then we have the one at the middle. It says stop playing, just less than 2 weeks, 400,000 naira plus profit. Thanks to Coach Lucky for the knowledge. So this guy also invested in Oando, as at the time, I recommended the stock in our investors community mentorship platform on WhatsApp, and he was able to make about 41.96% profit within that period of 2 weeks. This same guy, within a period of 3 weeks, yes, stretching to 3 weeks, this same stock was able to make him 1 million plus. Yes, assuming I had the liberty to get some of those other testimonies and show it to you, I would have done that. But of course, we do not have so much time to spend. And then here we have the last guy on the right extreme with 53.65% profit. This was just within a month. Okay, so the assurance I'm giving you is that after this training and all of the opportunities I'm going to be showing you, you should be able to buy stocks that will be able to give you profit up to 50% and above. 50%, in fact, let's peg it a minimum of 50% and above, stretching 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, as the case may be. All right, so what is my objective in this training? Number one is to help you understand how the stocks and shares investment industry works. Okay, I want to help you understand it, especially if this is your first time of coming in contact with this information about investing in the stock market, whether Nigerian stock market or US stock market. Okay, then after you have gotten the knowledge you are about to get tonight, the second thing I also want to help you do is to help you start your stocks and shares investment journey to wealth creation. It is not enough to have the knowledge. Okay, you need to get the knowledge first of all, but secondly, you need to take action. Because if you do not take action, there is no way you are better than somebody who is not even aware of the opportunities that the stock market, provides for individuals to make millions of naira. Okay, so you will need to take action based on the information you are going to be receiving in the next few minutes. Okay, but then I want to quickly put a disclaimer before we commence so that we can separate the serious people from the unserious ones. Okay, and what is that disclaimer? You will need to take a very important action at the end of this training to start investing in highly profitable shares with 50% profit and above. However, this aspect is not free. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that this entire training is free. You are going to receive a lot of amazing information that will help to move your financial life forward. However, there is a second part of this training where I will need you to take action. Now, that action is going to enable you start investing in the stock market. But of course, that part is not free. However, it's not something you cannot afford. I needed to say this so that you can make up your mind now whether you want to go on this training with us on this journey or you just want to step aside right now. Okay, so let's get to it. If you are in agreement with the second part, especially that if I show you the opportunities in the stock market and you really see that the opportunities are viable, they are profitable, do you promise me that you are actually going to take that action? Now, if you promise me that you are going to take that action, I want you to type ready in the comment section below. Type ready if you are ready to take the action after you have gone through this webinar and then you see that it is something that is very viable, it is legit and profitable, that you are going to take the next step and start investing. If you are in agreement, I want you to type ready. Type ready, R-E-A-D-Y. Type ready in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Thank you. A lot of people are ready to change their financial life. So let's get going. So question, who am I and why should you listen to me? Some of you are meeting me for the first time. Let me just do a brief introduction. Besides the fact that you already know my name is Lucky Johnson. I am a husband, a father, an entrepreneur, a wealth creation coach. I teach people how to make, manage, and multiply money. That's what I do for a living. Okay, so this is not one of those webinars you come across on YouTube or these adverts on Facebook with people who are not really serious with what they are doing, just wanting to, waste your time all through the period. But no, this platform is not that platform. I am focused on helping people make, manage, and multiply money as a financial consultant. So besides being a graduate of accounting, I have been deeply mentored in the area of financial management and wealth creation by some of the brightest minds in the industry, both here in Nigeria and across the globe. I have mentors all over. Okay, I started my investment journey properly in the year 2019, and since then I've been able to raise good amount of money to undertake some significant capital intensive projects for myself and for my family. Of course, I've also helped other people to raise money, of course, capital for their capital intensive projects of different categories. I was able to help a friend of mine start a business of transportation. That was in 2021. And then a couple of others to set up their businesses and then acquire some very capital intensive assets. Okay, so in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that I am also going to be helping you with all of this in this course. I'm going to be helping you raise significant amount of money for specific projects through investment in the stock market. Maybe you want to get your first car or your next car, you want to start building, you want to start your own business and you don't have sufficient capital. The little money you have in your accounts right now, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, you can use it to invest in the stock market, grow it to about 500 or 1 million, and then you go straight to invest in any business of your choice that you need capital for. So that is the assurance I'm giving you on this training. Okay, so these are a few highlights of my training sessions across Nigeria. The first two you have up there was a training we had with Senator George Sekibo in Rivers State, Port Harcourt, at Dominion Castle. If you are from Port Harcourt, you should know Senator George and you should know Dominion Castle. All right. And then I also had a couple of trainings in Benin City, Ondo State, Asaba, across different cities in Nigeria actually. Okay. But enough of me. Let's get to business of what we are set to do. All right. So what are shares? Let's start from there. I do not want to assume that you know what shares are, especially for the fact that there are other people who may be first timers. They may be novice as far as the subject matter of investment in the stock market is concerned. So question, let's start from here. What are shares? Now, according to Investopedia, shares are units of equity ownership in a corporation. Now, that's grammar. Let me break it down for you. In the simplest term, shares refer to a portion of ownership that you have in a company. Okay? In other words, if you buy the shares of a company like GT Bank, automatically you have become one of the owners of GT Bank. It's as simple as that. All right? If you buy the shares of Dangote Cement, you have become one of the owners of Dangote Cement. Even though it seems like it's only Dangote that is known as the owner of, the Dangote Industries. No, the investors are also part of the owners of that company. All right? So that means anytime the company makes profit, you have a share in that profit, no matter how big or how small. And that is what we call dividends. All right? So dividend is a portion of the profit that a company makes that they pay to their shareholders. Now, this one is different from the major way you make money from the stock market. I'll be talking about that later on. So you can buy the shares of different companies from as low as 50 kobo per unit to as high as 1,000 naira per unit. Okay? So whether you are a low income earner or a high income earner, there is a room for you, all right, in the stock market. You can invest with as low as 1,000 naira. You can invest with 5,000 naira, as the case may be. So these are a few companies that you can actually invest in. There are over 300 companies in the Nigerian stock market and over 4,000 to 5,000 companies in the US stock market that you can invest your money in. And within a month, you will begin to see the results. All right? You will begin to see the profit in your account. So let's take an example. Now, as of the time I was putting these slides together, the price of GT Bank shares was 46 naira per unit. So you can decide to buy 100 units of GT Bank shares. Now that will cost you 100 units times 46. That's 4,600 naira. Can you imagine? You see what I was telling you just now, that with 1,000, with 5,000, you can invest in the stock market. So as of the time I was putting these slides together, less than 5,000 will be able to get you 100 units of GT Bank shares. Automatically, you become one of the owners of GT Bank. All right. So when they are sharing dividends from the profit they made, you also get your own dividends. And of course, the truth is that this your 4,600 can grow to become 20,000 in 1 month. Or let me not over exaggerate. Talking about, especially in the United States stock market, you can actually grow an investment of say $100 to about $400 in less than 1 month. That's very possible. Okay, so to be conservative on the Nigerian stock market, you can actually grow your investment to about 100% in 1 month. It's an assurance. There are many stocks like that. Many stocks like that. For instance, like the Wando that I showed you, one of my students invested and he got 103% in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. So you see how we grow our money from the stock market. So let's assume that you are not very buoyant financially. As of the time I was putting these slides together, the price of Tantalizer shares was 38 kobo. 38 kobo. You see that now? So if you decide to buy the same 100 units of Tantalizer shares, it will only cost you 100 times 0.38, which is 38 kobo. It will only cost you 38 naira. That means if you want to buy 10,000 units of Tantalizer shares, it will only cost you 3,800. Imagine that you have 10,000 units of this particular company stock and then it grows by 200% in 6 months. That's quite some money. All right? Amazing. So the bottom line is that you can buy shares if you have as low as 1,000 naira or even less. Okay? All right, so how does the stock market work? I know that the question that may be going through your mind right now is, how do I make profit from stocks and shares? Now, there are a couple of ways you make profit from the stock market, but there are two major ways I want to show you through which investors make money from the stock market. Now, these two ways are known as capital gains and dividends. Capital gains and dividends. So let's take the first one. What is capital gain? Capital gain is simply when the price of the shares of a company goes up. You know what that means? For instance, if you buy 100 units of GT Bank shares at 46 naira per unit. Now, 100, did I say 100 units? 10,000 units. Let's use something significant. Let's assume you buy 10,000 units of GT Bank shares at 46 naira per unit. It will cost you 460,000 naira to get 10,000 units. Remember, you can buy less. You can buy up to 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 naira worth of any company stock. All right, but we are just using this as an example. Let's assume you have enough money to buy this, and then you buy 10,000 units of GT Bank shares for 460,000 naira. Now, if the price goes up from 46 naira to 50 naira per unit by tomorrow, you will have 500,000 naira sitting in your account. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. This is what we call capital gains. Okay, so by that, you have just made a profit of 40,000 naira in 24 hours. 40,000 naira in 24 hours. Just one day, you have made 40,000 naira. This is very, very, very possible. Personally, I make nothing less than 20,000 naira, an average of 20,000 naira daily from the stock market. Yes, it's still depending on how much I have invested in the stock market. Okay, so we are talking about roughly 100,000 weekly. Okay, so that's how it works. That's how it works. All right, but you can start from wherever you are at the moment financially. So the point is, capital gain is when the price of the shares of a company stock goes up. Now, if you buy it for 1 naira, let's assume you buy a company shares for 1 naira per unit, and then you decide to buy 10, that's 10 naira. If by tomorrow, or let's say if by 1 week later or 1 month later, that company stock grows by 100%, instead of having 10 naira in your account, you will have 20 naira. That's how it works. So you have just gained 100%. So instead of 10 naira, you are now having 20 naira. That's how your money keeps growing and growing and growing. And if you have the patience to leave it for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, I can assure you an investment of just 50,000 or 100,000 naira can grow to become 3 million, 5 million. Yes, it is very possible. 100,000 naira can grow to become 3 million naira within, say, a period of 1 year or even 2 years, as the case may be. All right, and depending on the stock that you are buying. I'm not saying it is guaranteed for all stocks. Depending on the stock you are buying, some Nigerian stocks, maybe others US stocks, depending on the ones you are buying. All right, so let's go on. So it is possible for the price of a company's share to go up by 10% to 50% in 24 hours, whether in the Nigerian stock market or in the US stock market. It is very possible. But in most cases in the Nigerian stock market, the benchmark is 10% profit. Yes, for most of the stocks, 10% profit in a day. And you can get 10% every day consecutively for the next 5 to 10 days. I have witnessed that personally. Yes, I have witnessed that personally. And I can show you evidence. All right? Some of my stock within a week, every day. And I gained about 40% this week. The following week, moved on again to like 90%, like that. So it's not about luck. That is why I am here to guide you on how to identify those kind of stocks and then to buy them so you can make that profit. So that means if you have 10,000 units of GT Bank shares at 46 naira per unit, which is a total of 460,000 naira, and the price of the share goes up by 50%. So 50% of 46 naira is going to give you 23 naira per share. That's 50%. Okay, so you are going to add this 23 naira to the old price, which is 46 naira. So when you add this 23 naira, you have 69 naira. You see that now? So 69 naira times the 10,000 units of shares you had with GT Bank. Remember, initially when you bought it, it was 460,000 naira. But now it has gained 50%, let's say in 1 month. And now the new price is 69 naira. So by the time you check your account balance, your investment balance, you will realize that by that time you would have had about 690,000 naira. That is a profit of 230,000 naira. If this happens within 24 hours, especially for US stocks, you have already made over 200,000 naira in 24 hours. Then if it's for Nigerian stocks, maybe this happens within a month. Imagine making 230K in a month. That's some profit. How many people earn 200,000 naira as salary earners in Nigeria? Maybe a few persons. Okay? So that's the opportunity that the stock market provides. So the second way you make money from the stock market is through dividends. So dividend is simply a portion of the company's profit that is paid to you as a shareholder. This one is different from the capital gains we talked about before. While you are getting your capital gains, they will still pay you dividends. Okay? So for instance, you have 10,000 units of GT Bank shares and it is time for the company to pay dividends to its shareholders. So let's assume that the company decides to pay 2 naira as dividends or earnings per share. You are going to receive a total of 20,000 naira free money. So let's assume they pay 2 naira per unit. You have received 20,000 naira free money just like that. Now for dividends, it is paid straight to your account. For some companies, they pay it quarterly, every 3 months. For some companies, they pay it twice a month, every 6 months. For some companies, they pay it once a month. And unfortunately, for some companies, they don't pay dividends at all. However, you are definitely going to make money through capital gains in any of these categories. Whether the company pays dividends or not, your capital gain is the number one way people make money from the stock market. So the value of the shares you are buying will definitely increase, especially if you buy the right stocks, the right company shares, based on what I'm going to be showing you. Okay? So that's how we make money in the stock market. So question, how do I invest in the stock market? Now that you already see that it is possible to make millions and millions of naira from the stock market, the question now is how to invest in the share market or the stock market. Now, the procedure is quite straightforward, but you need proper guidance. So here is how to invest in the shares of a company. So the first thing you need to do is create a stocks and shares investment account with a stock brokerage firm. All right? Create a stocks and shares investment account, just like your normal bank account. All right? So you have to create an account with a stock brokerage firm. All right? So to do that, you will need to download your app or fill a form, and then you are going to provide documents like your valid ID card. It can be national ID card, voter's card, international passport, or driver's license. Anyone can work. All right? Then your national identity number, NIN, your BVN, utility bill, NEPA bill, all right, to verify your address, because this is a legit investment. This one is not just this kind of fintechs. You just put money and you are expecting to receive returns. No, this is a legit investment. So you need all of these documents. And then in some companies, especially when you go, into the company one-on-one, into the stock brokerage office, some of them may require your passport photograph, but you don't need to go to any stockbroker's office. Based on what I am going to be showing you, from the comfort of your room and with your smartphone, you can start investing in the stock market. So the first thing you need to do is create an account, an investment account. The next thing, complete all necessary documentations with your stockbroker. This is where you do your verification. They want to know that you are a human being. They want to know that you are clean. You are a good citizen with no whatsoever. All right, so that your investment can be safe. That's why banks request for your ID card and all of that. So you do all your verifications with them. The next thing, after you have done your verification, you deposit money from your bank account into your investment account. You can deposit as low as 1,000 naira to as much as 1 million naira and above, depending on your financial capacity. Okay, but you need to note that your stock brokerage firm will charge you a small fee for deposit. All right. And then next, once you have deposited money, the next thing you need to do is search for companies with profitable shares to buy. In fact, this is the most important aspect if you ask me. So you need to take your time to search for companies with profitable shares in the stock market. The fact that a company is popular does not mean you will make money when you buy their shares. You can, for instance, MTN has been stagnant for quite a long time now. So if you just look at MTN that, it's popular, I've created my account, let me buy MTN, you will be shocked. 1 month, you will not make 20% profit. You will not even make 10%. It was until recently MTN began to, spring up again. But there are companies that when I recommend them to you, it is impossible for you not to get between 20 to 50% profit from those companies every month. Yes, quotes me anywhere every month, between 20% to 50%. Some of them can even gain about 50% in just 1 week. All of them may not perform at the same level. So you need to take your time to research for these companies. However, I am here to help you cut that journey short. You don't need to research. I am going to be making recommendations of good companies, viable companies to you, provided you are willing to implement. All right? So the next thing you do after you have spotted companies with viable shares to buy the quantity of shares you can afford. If it's 10,000 naira you have, buy it. In fact, this is what I tell my students. I have over 800 students that I mentor. Yes, over 800 students on WhatsApp that I mentor. Okay? And many of them have gotten diverse kinds of results. I can't bore you with all of their testimonies. That's why we just took a few. Now, what I tell my students is this. If you want to really grow wealth, if you want to really grow your money, you want to become very rich through the stock market, I always advise my students to invest regularly. If it's 5,000, you can invest every month. Be consistent with it. 5,000 in a year, monthly for 12 months, that's 60,000 naira. But the truth is that at the end of the year, you are not going to have just 60,000 naira in your account. That money would have grown to maybe, say, 150,000, in some cases 200,000 naira. Yes, because of capital gains. That's how it works. So while you are working on your job, earning your salary, your money is working for you in the stock market. At the end of the day, you are able to grow your money faster than just earning your salary of 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, depending on your level as an employee. So once you have bought those stocks, what do? Wait and make some profit. So this time around, you are going to be making profit in form of capital gains. It can come in daily. Sometimes you can gain 10% in a day, sometimes 30% in a week, other times 20% in 2 weeks, other times 100% in 3 weeks, in 1 month, in 2 months, as the case may be. So if you have already gained the percentage of profit that you desired, the next thing to do is to sell off the shares and withdraw your money to your bank account. It's as simple as that. So you can make as much as 10% to 50% profit in 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. You see that? 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month, depending on whether you are investing in Nigerian stock market or the US stock market. All right, but both of them are very profitable. Very, very profitable. So my assurance to you is that you have the possibility of making around 50% profit in a month to 2 months. Very, very possible. Okay, so once you have made profit, the next thing is to sell off your shares. So that's how we make money from the stock market. So have you been getting value from this training so far? If you have been getting value, I want you to type value in the comment section below. Type value in the comment section below. I want to know that you have been following and you have been understanding everything we have been discussing so far. Type value in the comment section below. All right, thank you. So now I want to quickly introduce to you the stocks and shares investment masterclass course. Now this is the second part of the training I told you about when we started. Remember, I told you that there's a part that is free where I'm going to be showing you how to invest in the stock market, how to grow your money and all of that, which I have done. And if you truly believe that I have shared value in the first part, type value in the comment section. And now this is the second part. Okay? So I know you are ready to invest in the stock market, but the truth is that it can be difficult when you try to do something for the first time by yourself. It can be very difficult. And I know that for many people, they don't want to go through that kind of difficulty, especially when it involves money. You don't want to do trial and error in the stock market with your own hard-earned money. You need somebody to guide you. Okay? So imagine learning how to drive for the very first time. Some of you can drive. Imagine when you were trying to, learn how to drive. You had to enroll in a driving school. For some persons who didn't enroll in the driving school, maybe your elder brother, your friend, or someone close to you who had a car was able to teach you how to drive. So look at this girl right now. Even with somebody in front with her, she's almost crying. Because sometimes it will look as if you are going to collide with another vehicle when you are just trying to do it alone. But with a driving coach in front with you, you see what the guy is trying to do? Helping her to control the steering so that she can avoid accident. That's what a coach does for you, and that is what I'm going to be doing for you through investing in the stock market. I'm going to be guiding you so that you don't make the mistakes that I made when I started, so that you don't lose your money. Let me tell you the truth. It is possible to lose money from the stock market. The same way you are anticipating to get 50% profit, you can encounter 50% loss in 1 month. So let's assume you invested 500,000, you can lose 250,000 of that money if you buy the wrong stock. But if you buy the right company stock, I can assure you your money can grow from that 500,000 to 750,000 in 1 month. It is very possible, but you need somebody who knows the in and out of the stock market to guide you. And that is what I am bringing to you at the moment as your coach. So this is a perfect guide for stock market investment. Okay, so you are going to learn my time-tested, proven strategies for identifying and buying profitable shares with 50% profit and above. Okay, I'll be showing you how to create your stocks and shares account, investment account with your CSCS and CHN numbers. And then I'll be showing you 99% guarantee strategies for selecting best performing shares. There are sites we use, there are apps we use to spot company stock that will definitely, increase in value in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of months, and that's how we make our buying decision. And there are strategies that we use by experience to analyze the market. I'm also going to be teaching you how to do it. Besides teaching you, in the first few months, I'm going to be, in fact, consistently in our investors community, I will be showing you the stocks to buy. And while you buy them, all you need to do is just sit down, relax, and enjoy your profits. Okay? So I'll be showing you how to buy low and sell high, and then how to withdraw your funds to your bank account once you have made some profit. And of course, I'm going to be giving you some sophisticated investors guide, some books. And with this course, you are going to gain access to our investors community mentorship platform. Remember, I mentioned I have over 800 students that I mentor investing in the stock market who have gotten this course that I am bringing to you right now. So you may be asking, why should I get the stocks and shares investment masterclass course? Wait a moment. I want to show you the benefits that you are going to get. All right, so here is the course on Seller. The course is hosted on Seller. And take a look at this. Take a look at the course content. Nigerian stock market investment. Then we have the bonuses. The books I'm going to be sharing with you. My personal books are there. I've written about 5 books. I think about 3 of them are very powerful, and I had to attach them here. Okay, the other 2 are just small books in other areas, but 3 are directly related to investment and wealth creation. All right, and then we also have the US stock market. So can you see this now? So let's take a look at what we have under the Nigerian stock market. Take a look at this. Module 1 is an introduction, especially if you are a newcomer, a novice. I unveiled virtually everything you need to know about the stock market, more than what we have covered in this training so far. Okay, in module 2, I dealt with the how cube of wealth creation. I don't just teach students how to invest. No. What if you don't have money? What are you going to invest? So the how cube of wealth creation is how to make money, how to manage money, and then how to multiply money. That's what I call the how cube of wealth creation. So I'm going to be showing you what to do to make more money in addition to your job or the business you currently do. Yes, there are a lot of ideas I shared in this module. Businesses you can start tomorrow, and then by the grace of God, over time you begin to make money, and you can make a lot of money. And then I also taught how you can keep that money, how you can manage the money so that you don't spend all the money you make. And then, of course, how to multiply the money, which is true investment in the stock market. Module 3, developing investment mindset. There are mindsets you need to have before you start investing in the stock market. Otherwise, you will be frustrated in just few months of investing in the stock market. So I dealt with the mindset that you need to possess. And then module 4, how to create your stocks and shares investment plan. I teach my students how to have a plan. I can show you how to have 1 million naira in the next 10 months, in the next 6 months. It's part of the plan that I drew here. So if you want to make 1 million naira in the year 2025, in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year, the plan is here for you. All you need to do is copy and paste the strategy that I shared in this module 4. And then in module 5, how to create your investment account. Module 6, how to deposit money into your account from your investment account from your bank account, okay? And then module 7, how to place order and buy the shares of different companies. And then in module 8, I shared how to identify highly profitable shares. There are strategies, there are websites that I shared in this module 8 that you can subscribe to. They'll be showing you the report of companies that may likely do well in the next couple of months, and then you can follow my strategy and buy them, and you see your profit manifesting in your investment wallet. Okay, and then in module 9, how to sell your shares and withdraw your money to your bank account. So do you see this now? This is so amazing. In addition to this, we have some juicy bonuses, financial management and investment books. There are some books right there, like I said. Then you will get a link to join our investors community. And of course, you will learn how to print recharge cards, recharge card printing and distribution business. It is a training I did one time in Ondo State. I repeated that training in Asaba, Delta State, one time. I think that was in 2019 or so. I had to package it into a small course, and then it is part of the bonuses you are going to get. So if you are interested in venturing into recharge card printing and distribution business, you can do that. You can even print your own recharge card for your personal use. Okay? Maybe you are a stay-at-home mom. You can do this. You see, I'm already giving you a business idea from just this stocks and shares investment masterclass course already. Okay? So that's it. And you are not just going to learn how to invest in the Nigerian stock market. You will also learn how to invest in the US stock market. You will learn how to invest in the stock of Facebook shares. It's called Meta. You will learn how to invest in Tesla, Elon Musk's Tesla. You will learn how to invest in Microsoft. You will learn how to invest in Google, in Apple, all of these companies. All right. So while you are making money in Naira, you can also be making money in dollars. Okay. So that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So you see that there are a lot that you are going to be getting from this course. All right. So you've seen all of the benefits and many more that you are going to be getting from this course. So the question now is, how much is the course? Now, considering the value you will be getting and how it will help you make a lot of money from this course, it will be worth it if I decide to charge you 50,000 naira or maybe 100,000 naira or even 150,000 naira to get this course. But I am not going to do that. All right? Considering the state of the economic situation in our country, Nigeria, now this is what I'm going to do. The course is already hosted live on Seller, and it is going for 25,000 naira for the Nigerian stock market investment course. So maybe you want to just invest in only Nigerian stocks. The cost is 25,000 naira. Then if you want to invest in both Nigerian and US stock markets together, then that package goes for 30,000 naira. But hold on. Now, I like to show people who are fast action takers what I call unfair advantage. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this masterclass course to the first 10 people who will take it for a whooping discount sum of 9,900 for the Nigerian stock market investment course. Okay, and then 14,900 for the Nigerian and US stock market investment course. If you get it today, only the first 10 people. Only the first 10 people. Now, not only that, now because I understand that you need to have some money to enable you invest consistently in stocks and shares, I'm going to also give these first 10 people a business opportunity. Remember the recharge card printing and distribution business that I told you about. I'm only going to give it to these first 10 people, these fast action takers. All right, in addition to the stocks and shares investment masterclass course. And of course, this is the step-by-step guide on how to start a recharge card printing and distribution business. And this course is worth 25,000 naira, but I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay, for free. Not only that, more bonuses. I will also give you my top 3 premium ebooks. Like I've said, number 1, how to pay off debt faster. The 5 proven strategies that I personally use to get out of debt of over 1 million naira. By the grace of God, I was able to skate through with the strategies that I shared in this book. It is worth 5,000 naira, but you are going to get it for free. Number 2, why you should start your own business. Maybe you are an employee and you are scared of quitting your job to start your own business. I share the practical, some practical reasons why you should start your own business and how to go about it so that you don't quit your job and you are struggling with your business. I share the things you can do while you are doing your job. You are building your business, side by side. By the time your business is structured enough, is solid enough, you can quit your job and then focus on your business. I shared it in this book, Why You Should Start Your Own Business. You are going to get it for free, even though I sell this book for 5,000 naira. And then thirdly, how to save your money effectively. I also shared the proven strategies that I use to save and invest. Okay? You are getting it for free, even though it is worth 5,000 naira. So the total value that you are getting from this course, number one, the stocks and shares investment masterclass course, worth 25,000 or 30,000 naira for the full package, US and Nigerian stock market. In fact, it is worth more than this. It's just the price that I already tagged to it. Then the recharge card printing and distribution business, worth 25,000 naira. Then the 3 ebooks, worth 15,000 naira. All together, if you are getting it if you are going to be getting them one by one, it will cost you 65,000 naira to get the Nigerian stock market investment course, plus all these bonuses that are attached for free. Then if you are getting the full package, the Nigerian and the US stock market course, plus all these bonuses, it will cost you 70,000 naira. But I am giving all these massive value-packed course to you for only 9,900 for the Nigerian stock market course, and then 14,900 for the Nigerian plus US stock market investment course if you take action today. Okay, so here are a few persons who have taken this course. Like I told you, I have over 800. We are already going close to about 1,000 students already under my mentorship. Okay, so take note, you have the course, the modules are there, you watch them, you implement. Then you also join my mentorship group on WhatsApp, where I'll be making recommendation of viable stocks, profitable shares for you to buy every single week. Every single week. Can you imagine that? So these are a few persons who have actually taken the course. As you can see right here, I just did a few screenshots. Many of them are actually there. All right. So it's not about the people who have started. It is about you. This is just an astounding testimony that I just want you to know about. Somebody shared this testimony with me towards the end of 2024. He said, my experience was really wonderful. This stock market made me a millionaire by, I think he made some mistakes when he was trying to type. He actually bought Oando stock. He said, Oando, the time you told us, and I was able to make my first 1 million naira in my life when I sold it. Thank you, sir. More blessings. Can you imagine? This guy invested in Oando and he was able to make over 1 million naira. Over 1 million. In fact, it was the first 1 million naira he made in his entire life. So you are the next person to make millions of naira if you start investing today. Okay? That's it. So again, what's the total value that you are getting? Instead of paying 65,000 naira to get the Nigerian stock market course, which is 25,000, then the recharge card printing course, the 3 ebooks, instead of paying 65,000 naira, I'm giving it to you for 9,900. And instead of paying 70K for the full package, Nigerian plus US stock market course and all the other bonuses, I am giving it to you for just 14,900 naira today. So you are taking a discount of 55,100 naira. That's the giveaway that I am giving to you, free of charge. So are you going to sleep on this opportunity, or you are going to take action tonight? So if you are ready to be among the first 10 people, remember, I am giving these bonuses to only the first 10 people and at this price. After these first 10 people have taken their slots, the price goes back again. For the Nigerian stock, 25,000. For the Nigerian plus US, 30,000 naira. Okay? So if you want to be among the first 10 people, so to take your slots among the first 10 people today, send a message now on WhatsApp with the code SASIM, okay, to the person that shared the link to this training with you. Whoever it is that shared the link of this training with you, whether it's your brother, whether the person is your sister, whether the person is a friend, or whether the person is a coach, a mentor to you, and then the person shared this opportunity with you, send him a message right now. Send him the code SASIM, SASIM, to get the Nigerian stock market course only for 9,900. But if you want both the Nigerian stock market course and the US stock market course, send the person this code SASIMX, SASIMX. Okay, if you want the full package, send SASIMX to the person that shared the link to this training with you on WhatsApp. Send it to them on WhatsApp right now, and I believe they will be able to guide you through so that you can get this course. Remember, first 10 people. Once the first 10 people are already taken, take note. The same way you are watching this training right now, there are people all over Nigeria from different states who are also watching this training. So if I get the first 10 people, I do not care whoever is coming to become the 11th. If you become the 11th person, you will pay the complete 25,000 or the complete 30,000. So rush to the DM of that person right now on WhatsApp and send them the code. Let them know you want to get the course. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Now, I know that you have a goal for this year. For many of us, our goal this year is to get married. But unfortunately, even though you have found the love of your life, you don't have money. You don't just use I love you to get married. In fact, when I was getting married, I think on the list it was 21 tubers of yam. I know how much, I spent to meet the marriage list. Especially when you are marrying some people from some states in Nigeria. I don't want to call any state, but what I'm simply saying is that it takes money to get married, even when you find the love of your life, no matter how cheap that marriage may be. And if you are married, maybe you just started a family, your kids need to live well. It costs so much to buy diapers. It costs so much to buy baby food. Why not start planning right now while your family is yet to expand? If your family has already expanded, yes, this is still the best time to start investing was yesterday. The next best time is today. So start investing today. Like what we did for my son during his naming ceremony, a lot of people came to give him money, gifts and all of that. We took all the money after paying the tithe out of it. We invested all the money on his behalf. And we are planning, myself and my wife, we are planning to leave that investment for the next 15 to 18 years. When he becomes, a teenager, we can release that money to him. Or maybe use it to do something nice. Maybe sponsor his education abroad or something. That's how it works. This is what wealthy people do that poor people do not do. That makes the difference between them. Okay? Wealthy people invest for the future. According to Les Brown, he said, if you want to be rich, watch what rich people do every day and do it. And rich people invest. That's it. And of course, watch what poor people do and don't do it. It's as simple as that. Poor people consume their money. Poor people do not invest. Don't follow their footsteps. Make sure you are an investor like Dangote, like Tony Elumelu, like Mike Adenuga, like Elon Musk, like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. All of these guys are investors, whether investing in their businesses or investing in the businesses of other people. That's how to grow your wealth and become very, very rich or wealthy. All right, I leave you with this. According to this guy, Tunde Onakoya, the guy that won the Guinness World Record for the shares game, I think that was around 2024 or 2023, I can't remember. He wrote this and I had to take the screenshot because it's a very powerful statement he made. He says, don't choose comfort at the age of labor, so you won't labor at the age of comfort. What does that mean? Invest today so that when you are 50 years old, 60 years old, 70, 80, 90, you will not be worrying yourself over money again. Warren Buffett makes as much as $1 billion from his investment in Coca-Cola shares. Coca-Cola shares alone pays Warren Buffett $1 billion every year. If he decides not to work again all through his life, he can never beg for food. He can never be poor again. That's what the stock market can do for you. So if you are a young man or a young lady listening to me, this is the time to invest in the stock market so that you can enjoy in future. Okay? Know your phase and follow the process. You are stronger than you can ever imagine. So rush to the DM of the person that shared the link to this training with you on WhatsApp. Rush to that person's DM right now. Send the person the code SASIM, SASIM, to get the Nigerian stock market course. But if you need the full package, both the Nigerian and the US stock market course, send SASIM X, and that is going to cost 14,900 for only today. And then for the Nigerian course, 9,900 for only today. Whichever one you need, rush straight to the DM of that person right now. If you are late and you become number 11, you will pay the full price, 25,000 naira or 30,000 naira, and you are not going to get the bonuses that I talked about. All right. Thank you, my millionaire friend, for staying to the end of this training. So go straight to the DM of your friend, your coach, your colleague, your family member, your brother, your sister, whoever shared this training with you. Meet them, let them know you want to take the course. All right. God bless you.